you know, he can get in trouble like right now. So basically, we arrived, security guard patted us down. They put our phone in this little bubble case. So the bubble case is closed. They can't get unlocked until we walk out. So as we're in there, the only way of us taking any type of pictures is if we get in the photo booth. He has like a Team Love photo booth or whatever. Take like 4 pictures. So I, got pictures. I still got everything in my Snap too, like of the photos, everything. That's all you could get. So I'm walking around or whatever. So one of his sons, I'm not going to tell you which one, but it was like recruiting like whoever they wanted to go inside the house, because the freak off is inside the house and in the backyard. So you have the pool, and they're playing loud house music. Like, Mark, the house music, it makes you feel kind of woozy, first of all, because it's like a rave or something. Dun, 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 and it's real loud, so you can't really see nothing, but you're seeing everybody like walking.
Damn, she say Diddy Jr. was in there recruiting. Yeah, the will be doing the Harlem Shake all the time. It had to be him. You understand me? Nah, we don't know which one it was.
Around drunk, hopping around. It's still 7 a.m. So the sun is like coming up, and people are walking around naked, period. Let's get into it. They're walking around naked already, and they're in the pool skinny dipping, and they're drinking mimosas in the pool, but then it's like a waitress walking around giving people drinks, just passing people drinks, and people are just taking them. Me, I don't drink like that, but I'm like an occasional drinker. Like, I'll drink if we're partying or whatever, just for that occasion. So, because people are going to keep saying, drink, drink, drink. But I didn't take a drink yet. But I just had it in my hand. So one of the sons seen me walking. Mind you, I'm with other girls, but we split up. So I was walking with one girl. She's a Puerto Rican girl. So P. Diddy's son was like, you. And I'm like, me or her? And then he was like, no, you. Come here. So I went to him, and he gave me some shoes. So these shoes was like some terry cloth, like robe shoes, white shoes. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these? He was like, go in the house with these. He was like, everybody who gets these shoes, you get to go in the house. But I'm thinking you could just go in the house if you want to, but everybody can't go in the house. They're literally selectively picking who they want. So I'm like, well, what about my friend? He was like, no, only you. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm holding the shoes. I'm walking around. I'm a good, loyal friend. I'm not going to go inside a house where they say my friend can't go. So we just walking around mingling.
See, that's the thing, too. Somebody thirsty, like, it's Diddy. I'm going in. I'll tell you about how I was when I get out. Just thirsty.
But we tripping out, looking at everybody like they off everything, smoking and jumping around like hooligans. And so I seen P. Diddy or whatever, and I seen him with the Prince. I'm not going to say what he was doing, but something really, I get real nervous. Something real crazy, because I don't like to really expose people. I could talk about me, but when it's about, like, me, my family, because it's us. But when it's other people, bro, doing something real sexual, that's all I'm going to say. So that we can see and so that we can get turned on, okay? So he's doing something with himself. And I'm like, girl, do you see him? She's like, yes. But mind you, we're screaming like, girl, do you see him? Oh, my God. Because of the music. And I'm just like, whatever. Then he starts to act like really obnoxious, like, I'm the king of the world, jumping around, doing all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's regular P. Diddy shit.
Yeah, so that's where you fucked up at. That's exactly where you because you thought it was good, bruh. You had everybody in there naked. What? So you was naked, Nia? Like, what, so, or you kept your clothes on, they allowed that. You feel me? Freak off. Wow.
But what got me was how he walked up to me and was like, why are you not in the house? And I'm like, what do you mean? He like, how are you enjoying my house? So we had a little talk or whatever. He started talking about all these things. Oh, yeah, you're the one that, I seen was telling me about the Prince. He's like, oh, yeah, it's very nice to meet you. Like, your life is not going to be the same, da-da-da-da. We started talking about going to Cuba. Are you going to Cuba with us? I'm like, what? And that's the thing. I didn't really know about this. So this is when I start asking around or whatever. I said that in the last interview. But to get to the point, I ended up going in the house because he was on me like, go in that house. I'm like, okay. Then the person that he was dating at that time, we're not going to say her name, but we all know, she came and was like looking at him like, what are you doing? Because he was talking to me for too long. So she came to like rub on his shoulders or whatever, and he just pushed her. And I'm looking like real uncomfortable, like, oh, I know what this is about.
Damn. So Cassie was there, huh? See? That's what I'm saying. Like, man, Cassie, you was around for a long time. You telling me you ain't see shit? You telling me you did what? Like what? Would you? That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to be in the middle of there, whatever. So that's what made me go into the house, because I'm like, okay, let me just go in the house. So I told my friend, like, wait right here, girl. Let me just put on these shoes, see what this house is about. Walk up in there. I don't judge people, because at the time I was just smoking weed. But you know when people are out of their mind, and you know when people, you know what you don't want to be a part of. And it's just like, I'm seeing stuff that you see on the movies. This corner, this got going on. This corner, they over here doing this. This corner, they over there having sex. This corner, I'm just going to say, because I don't know what I can say, because I'm not trying to be incriminating myself, but they were dressed up like little Harajuku Barbies.
Like what?
Little people, okay? We're not going to say what type of little people, but like a fetish. And I'm looking like, what are they doing here? Like dressed up, little red lipstick, like they weren't supposed to be there. But I'm just looking like maybe it's some type of production going on.
See, and they wasn't midgets. She wasn't talking about that type of little people. She wasn't talking about that. So Cassie, you was there. You seen what was going on with the festivities, as far as the underage and shit like that, and you still see and it's a thing, bruh. Doubt, you can't really trust none of their ass. This shit, what she got 666 tatted on her neck? Hell no, bruh. Zoom in. She got 666 tatted on her neck. Oh, that say blessed. I'm tripping.
But why would they be at this party at 7 o'clock in the morning with grown people? Like, why would they be here? So I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, but then when I'm looking in this corner, this person laid out, and I'm looking like, what's going on? Then I'm seeing like Instagram models or whatever. I'm like, oh, hey. So I'm kind of getting distracted, feeling like kind of comfortable. Like, she's here. Oh my gosh, she's here. And then I see P. Diddy, walking through the house, like with his eyes on me. Like, like, is this, you see, like, are you agreeing with this? And I don't. Now, mind you, I still got my friend out there. So I walked out of the house and I'm telling her, like, oh my God, bitch. Like, this nigga is, oh my God, she like for real? But I'm just like, I'm not even tripping. Like, oh, well, like, this nigga's weird. Like, so I'm really looking at the situation like, I don't even want to be involved in this type of stuff, because once I see something, I can't get it out of my mind. And I'm like a hypochondriac. Like, I keep on having flashbacks about it. So, whatever. So, of course, I come out, and then here he goes again. And another rapper, well-known rapper, comes and starts feeling on me like, hey, you. So now it just seems like everybody is faded at this point. They're either drunk or on all the drugs, obviously, with this house music. So now I just feel like trapped in. Like, I don't like it. And I know the devil when I see it. Because by me...
So did you leave? Did you leave or did you stay after you seen them little people there? That's the question, man. And that's the question, see? Hollywood, that's Hollywood for you.
Being so spiritual and tapped in, I know when something is not right. I'm not judging, but I just don't want to be a part of it, because how am I going to get out of this shit? Like, I'm already here. And then I heard conversations or whatever. And then P. Diddy was like, that's the one that I want. I want her. So now I feel like, they plotting on me like, did you bring me here on purpose? Like, is this the, producer you was talking about? And I came here specifically with the Prince to rub elbows with people, to network for the music week. But then I put two and two together, like, the Prince have been saying your life is never going to be the same. You're going to be happy. Somebody's expecting you. And I just feel like that was the time that I was going to get sex trafficked or,
and I seen a lot of y'all too asking like, oh, what's the update on that other video about her daughter? They together, they cool. She was found shortly after that. It was a whole. You can go find do your research a little bit. I think I did an update on it. But I don't know what the title of the video is. You're gonna have to probably look through that shit. But yeah, bro.
Drugged or something like that. And then they kept trying to make me, like, I've been around celebrities before. If a rapper wants you or somebody wants you, they're not going to do it. They're going to send somebody else to do it. So if a waitress is coming or another girl or a pretty girl or a guy, they'll sick somebody on you. Like, take this drink, do this, do that. And then you just feel eyes on you, like watching to see if you're going to do it, when you're going to do it. So I already know what time it was. And it's crazy because I had to leave that place. In my last interview, I told you I had to escape. I had to leave from the Prince because he was telling me we was leaving for Cuba the next day. Cuba with who? With V. Diddy or what? Like, this is all crazy. So to see all of this stuff come out, and I escaped by leaving. I had to call the police and everything. I had to leave with the Prince. That's another story. From the Prince.
Yeah, so that's a trip. She was at a Diddy party, right? She said she seen little people. And it's crazy that she come out and say this in the midst of all this shit, knowing you fuck around and be a witness. You know what I'm saying? They fuck around and call you in, like, yeah, come on in here and tell us exactly what you saw and this, that, and the third. Feel me? So that shit gets tricky. You know, she had evidence, she had pictures and shit like that to prove she was I think she had a video too in the car with the Prince or on the way to Diddy house or something like that. Man, shit get diabolical. I'm gonna have a link to the full thing in the description if you want to see it. The whole thing, because I only watched like 13 minutes of it. So it was another 13 minutes probably of some diabolical shit. For sure. I don't put it past him. And it's, see, that it you know, like, just by the shit he was saying at the party, talking about something, I'm the king, oh, this, that, and that, yeah. You got too big for your britches, homie. And it might be time, man. It might be Boys to Men for you. The end of it. You gotta sit it down, and then you hear Keefy done been in there. I don't know how long he been in there, but he had his end of his wits in, so he ready to get you the fuck up or say whatever to get out that. You understand me? It's getting diabolical. It's getting kind of tricky. They say Diddy lawyers is trying to figure out who is working with the people and this, that, and the third as well, so they can, you know what I'm saying, put the black ball or put the whatever, the squeeze on them. To either be quiet or, feel me, brag. I mean, to what's that shit called? Blackmail. So you know what I'm saying, Tanea, you better be careful. I see, man. You be careful, bro. You know what I'm saying? You out there, be careful. Say no, you can't